President Trump is still dealing with the fallout from the Jeffrey Epstein case as the family of one of Epstein's victims is now demanding answers. NBC News correspondent Hallie Jackson has the latest.
President Trump this morning facing new questions about Jeffrey Epstein and one of the convicted sex offender's most vocal accusers, Virginia Giuffre, who worked at Mar-a-Lago decades ago while in high school. The president said this week Epstein stole her away.
Did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know. But I said if he's taking anybody from Mar-a-Lago, he's hiring or whatever he's doing. I didn't like it, and we threw him out.
Now, the family of Giuffre, who died by suicide in April, is speaking publicly.
It does make us question how much did he know?
And responding to This Moment Tuesday on Air Force One as the president referenced Epstein and Giuffre.
He stole her. And by the way, she had no complaints about us, as you know, none whatsoever.
What went through your mind when you heard that?
I think we were shocked by it. Especially to use the term stolen. Because she's not an object. She's a person. She's a mom. She's a sister.
The White House press secretary says the president was directly responding to a question posed by a reporter about Ms. Giuffre. He did not bring her up. President Trump has denied any knowledge of Epstein's wrongdoing as he's come under scrutiny for his administration's handling of the Epstein case, with a chorus of calls from some supporters to release more information, a move her family says Giuffre supported.
One of our very, very last conversations on FaceTime, she had a little bit of hope in her because it was said that the files were going to be released.
Giuffre said it was Epstein's convicted accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, who recruited and trafficked her. The family now urging President Trump not to pardon Maxwell, something her attorney has publicly floated.
It would be an abomination. Our sister always told us that Maxwell was even worse than Epstein.
NBC's Hallie Jackson with that report. And Rev, I know you have a question for Senator Kaine of Virginia, who's still with us, but I think it's just also, this is a family suffering here, and that is, of course, first and foremost. But through a political lens, this is also just a story that President Trump simply cannot shake.
He simply can't shake it. He's tried to shake it. But I think with the family coming forward, the public gets a sense of the human worth of these underage women that were violated. But Senator Kaine, what is the Democratic strategy in terms of dealing with this? Because this is a president that campaigned on he was going to put out the files. He made various inferences toward the elite Democrats that were being protected. And now he's taken the opposite. There doesn't seem to be a clear, cohesive strategy on how the Democrats point the contradictions of this president who's directly involved in this.
Well, Reverend Sharpton, you do a pretty good job of laying it out. First, everybody needs to know this is a Donald Trump problem and a Republican problem. The sweetheart deal with Jeffrey Epstein was cut by a Republican administration. Donald Trump put the guy who cut the sweetheart deal into his first cabinet. He then had to resign in disgrace when the details of it came out. I tried to get my colleagues to vote against him for this reason. He got confirmed but had to resign in disgrace. Jeffrey Epstein died under mysterious circumstances during the Trump administration. As a candidate and as president, Donald Trump has said, we're putting out these files. He held an event or allowed the attorney general hold an event in the White House. We're putting out these files. And now he's doing a backtrack. This is a Republican scandal, and Democrats have two questions. Why are you lying, and what are you hiding? You said you'd put out the files. You've broken that promise, just like you broke the promise to reduce cost. You broke the promise that you wouldn't touch Medicaid. But what are you hiding? The files need to come out.
Democratic Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia. Senator, thank you for spending so much time with us this morning.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll talk to you again soon. Let's now bring in former state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Aronberg. Dave, let's get your take here. We just were discussing with the senator the human tragedy at the forefront here. The family of this victim going public yet again, upset with how the president had characterized what happened between him and Jeffrey Epstein. Give us the latest, if you will, on the legal front here. Maxwell sat for some interviews last week with the Deputy Attorney General. Going to talk to Congress in the weeks ahead.
Jonathan, good to be with you. They are putting a lot of faith in Ghislaine Maxwell. Keep in mind who this is. This is the devil's accomplice. The reason why Ghislaine Maxwell has never spoken about this stuff and gave investigators and prosecutors information about Jeffrey Epstein is because she's always pretended that she knew nothing. And if you look back at her deposition in 2016, when she was sued by Virginia Giuffre for defamation, she actually sat in a sworn deposition and said that I never saw any inappropriate underage activity with Jeffrey, ever. Such a blatant lie that the Trump administration, this is the Trump administration, charged her with 2 counts of perjury. And yet now we want to believe her? And they send the number 2 person in DOJ to interview her. It's because she's got something that Trump wants, which is exoneration. Trump wants her to come out and say that Trump had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein's illegal activities, and he wants her to give up a list of Democrats, because that's what the base has been fed for years. The Trump base has been fed that this is a Democratic cabal led by Bill Clinton and Bill Gates, and that has been their gospel. And it's very tough to get people who believe in a gospel to turn from a believer into a non-believer, and that's the problem that Trump is facing. And I don't think anything that Ghislaine Maxwell said should be believed unless there's serious corroboration.
So, Dave, let's turn now to a different legal matter. I know you were following arguments yesterday in federal court about President Trump's use of Emergency Powers Act to justify the tariffs he's been putting in place. We had Neil Katyal on the show yesterday morning just before he went in and argued that. Give us a sense as to what you saw yesterday. Where do you think the judges might be leaning?
The judges look like they are going to toss these tariffs. And I'm not surprised by it. It's because Congress has the power of the purse, and that includes the power to tax and to tariff. IEEPA, that's the statute at play here, gives the president some emergency powers. There has to be an unusual and extraordinary threat to the national security, the foreign policy, or the economy of the United States. But what is that threat? What is that extraordinary, unusual threat? Is it the trade imbalances that have been around forever? That's not how you deal with long-standing issues like that. You go to Congress, especially if you have a so-called mandate. And there are other issues with Trump's use of IEEPA. The act itself does not authorize tariffs. It says you can sanction rogue countries, but you can't just impose tariffs on it. It's not in the law. Also, it's supposed to be focused on 1 or 2 countries, not the whole world, except for Russia. So there are a lot of problems with what Trump's doing here. Plus, the legislative history of this law does not say anything about tariffs. And there's no president in the history of our country who has ever used this law to impose tariffs. So this is bad politics for him because the tariffs are unpopular. Look what the stock market's doing right now. And it's also, I think, he's going to lose in court. So bad politics and also bad in a court of law.
And to underscore our top story this hour, a really poor jobs report just came out. But of course, we will see whatever this court decides. Eventually, it will likely end up the Supreme Court, where President Trump has certainly had more wins than losses so far this year. Former state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, Dave Aronberg. Dave, thank you as always.